Hey everyone, welcome to Factor Bro, where we dive into the strangest and most hilarious moments from the history. Today, we are talking about the time when a whole town in Germany started dancing non-stop. And I don't mean like a weekend rave, no. These people couldn't stop dancing for days and even weeks. So let's get into it.
So it's July 1518 in Strasbourg, which was part of the Holy Roman Empire, now in modern day France. It's a normal summer day, probably a little too hot. Everyone is just, doing medieval things, farming, blacksmithing, and complaining about the price of grain or something. Then, out of nowhere, this woman named Frau Truffia starts dancing in the streets, and when I say dancing, I don't mean she's busting out some TikTok moves and calling it a day. No. Frau Truffia is dancing like her life depends on it. She's spinning and grooving non-stop. People thought she was just letting off some steam, having a little fun, but then hours went by and then days. She just wouldn't stop. What's even crazier, within a week about 30 people joined her. They all just started dancing in the streets like they were at the world's longest EDM festival. And this was in the 15th century. So they had no neon lights or glow sticks to make it alive. They were just exhausted, sweaty, and probably pretty smelly by now. By the end of the month, over 400 people were dancing nonstop. People were dropping like flies, some of them from pure exhaustion, others from heart attacks or strokes. Medieval doctors were just as confused as everyone else. Their professional opinion? Hot blood. Yeah, they thought these people had too much hot blood, like they were getting overheated from the inside out. The city council decided the best cure was, wait for it, more dancing. They thought the dancers would burn through this hot blood faster if they let them keep going. So, they actually hired musicians and set up a stage, and even brought in professional dancers to help them out. It's like someone having a cough and saying, "Oh, let's just hand them a megaphone." But they didn't know any better. Spoiler alert. This plan backfired. Instead of dancing their way to a cure, people just got even more into it. So, why did this happen? There are a couple of theories. Some historians think it was a mass psychogenic illness, which is a fancy way of saying people got so stressed out they just lost it together. Another theory is that accidentally ate some moldy rye bread. Sounds weird, but there is just this mold called ergot that grows on the grain, and it can cause hallucination and muscle cramps. It's like a medieval LSD, so maybe everyone was tripping together. After about 2 months, the dancing finally stopped. The survivors were completely exhausted, and nobody really knew why or how it ended. But what a strange story, right? One day you are going about your business, and then the next thing you know, you are dancing till you drop. And that, my friends, is the why story of the German dancing plague. If you enjoyed this bizarre piece of history, hit the like button and subscribe for more weirdness. And remember, if you ever feel like dancing non-stop, maybe check your breath first. Thanks for watching Facta Bro.